Hi class, my name is Aiden Morgan, and today I will be discussing how the seasons affect your mental health, also known as season affective disorder. This is my audience, Colin McDonough. Hello? I would like you all to answer this question in your head. Do you think suicides happen more in the spring and summer, or fall and winter? According to Johns Hopkins Medicine, suicide rates are actually higher in the spring and summer. This tends to be a common misconception people have. Mental Health America estimates that up to 16 million Americans suffer from major depression. Mental health concerns affect a significant percentage of the population. However, mental health issues are generally poorly understood by most. Suicides during these times rise due to multiple factors. To understand why suicide rates are higher in the spring and summer, it is important to understand the correlation suicide rates share with the seasonal affective disorder. As previously mentioned, seasonal affective disorder and suicide rates tend to peak at different times. Suicides peak during the spring and summer months for several reasons. For example, according to Johns Hopkins Medicine, during the winter, your body fights off viral infections but doesn't prepare your body for fighting off allergies and spring allergies. Studies suggest this puts as many as 42% of people at higher risk of depression. Additionally, people who spend long cold winters in solitude may emerge into a rejuvenated world, except they still feel dark and sad. Except now, they can emerge willing to take their own life. Seasonal affective disorder and other general forms of depression typically peak during the fall and winter months for various reasons. According to Mayo Clinic, this may be due to the reduced level of sunlight experienced in fall and winter. This in turn can disrupt the body's internal clock, then leading to symptoms of depression. When the body's internal clock is thrown off, this leads to decreased levels of serotonin, a chemical in the brain which affects your mood. Furthermore, when the seasons can change, this can disrupt the entire balance of the body's balance level of melatonin. This plays a role in a messed up sleep cycle and your mood. To be able to help a loved one or someone you care about, it is important to be able to spot when someone is showing symptoms of depression. With that being said, when someone is showing symptoms, they come in all different ways. Many of the less serious symptoms of depression include change in eating, sleeping habits, loss of interest in usual activities, distancing from family and friends, acting out, drug use, unnecessary risk-taking, fixation on dying and death, and an increase in physical complaints such as stomach aches, headaches, and always being tired. Trouble concentrating, lack of response to praise. When depression gets more serious and starts to have more physical effect on an individual, symptoms manifest into more dramatic ways such as experiencing bizarre thoughts, can experience sudden mood swings, giving away favorite possessions and throwing away important belongings. Individuals may drop subtle hints like it won't be a problem much longer, or if anything happens to me, just know. Or saying, I want to die, or I'm going to kill myself. These all represent more serious symptoms of depression. Threats of suicide are a desperate cry for help. Statements of suicidal feelings, thoughts, behaviors, and plans should always be taken seriously and with care. A trusted adult or even a doctor are great resources when coming upon a situation like so. When someone approaches you and confides in you about suicidal thoughts, it is a very delicate situation that needs to be handled with care. For someone who is on the edge, saying the wrong thing can worsen the situation. The best way to handle someone coming to you for help is to take the person seriously and express concern. Listen attentively and ask direct questions. Acknowledge the person's feelings and offer support. Don't promise confidentiality. Make sure you involve their family members and close friends. Don't leave them alone and try to keep harmful objects out of reach. Contact a mental health professional and prepare for hospitalization if advised. Additionally, it is very important that you let the person know depression is a mental illness, not a weakness or a flaw. The best thing you can do with a person in need is to make a plan. Oftentimes, what this entails is sitting down and figuring out the best way to combat the issue and how the person is feeling. Sometimes this boils down to the individual seeking treatment. Treatment should not be viewed as the end of the world. It is important to help the person come up with a plan to stick to the treatment they decide to seek. It is also beneficial to help them find sources of their stress in their life that can lead to their feelings of depression. Other things that can help include encouraging the individual to participate in activities within their community, locate helpful organizations such as the National Alliance on Mental Health Illness. Again, it's important to offer assistance by proving to them that you want to listen to them and not that you have to. Lastly, anytime you can give positive reinforcements, they may seem little to you, but for the person affected, they can go a very long way. Remember that when dealing with someone with depression, they have often mastered being deceitful. So even when they appear to be getting better, still check up on them and offer anything you can. To recap, seasonal affective disorder is when seasons shift, causing your energy and mood to be at an all-time low. Depression tends to peak during the fall and the winter months. When seasons change, the level of serotonin in the brain decreases and your body's internal clock is thrown off, causing depression. When recognizing symptoms, it is important to keep in mind they don't have to fit all of them, just some. Symptoms can range from distancing themselves from family and friends, to drug and alcohol use, all the way to sudden mood changes. Again, when someone comes to you for help, it is important to handle the situation delicately and smartly. Remember, you should remind them depression is a mental illness and not a weakness or a flaw, like I said before. Then offer your support and seek out what you can do to support. Then finally make the plan for them to get better. Mental illness should never be taken lightly and is a very serious topic. I hope you all enjoyed my speech, and in the description there are 3 great resources if you ever need help. Thank you.
Well done!